delay on my voice. I forgot I had to turn the mic audio up. Yeah, so anyways, I thought it would be finally time that I return to YouTube a little bit and, actually show you guys that I still exist. So for now, we're just going to do my usual, which is Run8. Yeah, you guys get to see what I constantly do. Like, all the time. Literally my entire life. Here we are in Euramo. I'm on the Precision Rails Southwest Plus server. I'll make a community post for a link to the Discord server if anyone wants to join the Precision Rails server. You do have to send in an application to join the Plus community. This is where we take things a lot more seriously. We run things about as realistic as we can get it to. Can you guys hear me over the train right now? Just someone saying in the chat, if I can't really listen to tell. Can you guys hear me over the train? Otherwise I'll turn the train down a little bit. Actually, I'll do that regardless. The train doesn't need to be loud. So, just recapping what I said earlier, I'll make a community post for Precision Rails Discord server. You do need to send in an application to become a Plus member, where we take things more seriously and actually handle all the operations realistically. And other than that, that's basically it. I see that Carmo McDuffie has a question for me. What is your question? Oh, I love the Ritzy now. Shit. Yeah, here's my phony Euramo power. You want to be a moderator? Wait, are you Brandon? I can't tell if you're Brandon. I don't believe you are Brandon. I don't even know who you are, so I don't think I can add you as a moderator quite yet. Yes, I'm aware KCS got smoked. It is now CPKC. However, this does not have the CPKC mark on the side, so these are still two KCS locomotives. CPKC can suck it. I don't really care. I'm gonna have to rebuild air on this whole train. I forgot to remove the video to you before I doubled the original units from Lloyd 30 when it came in like 2 hours ago. Shut up, pal. If the person wondering who Brandon is, Brandon was the one who just in chat told me to turn my captions on, which by the way, they still aren't on Brandon, so one, cry about it. What I'm doing is I just have I just have the stream also open on my phone. Actually, let me turn on captions. That might make my life a lot easier. The only problem is I have absolutely no idea how to do that. I don't do this a lot. Okay. There's that. I can't really keep that up. While I'm playing Run8. I actually will. I'm gonna go up to see ATSF 3751 when it's in LA in September. Just it's just a based steam locomotive. I remember seeing it last September on its way down to Fullerton. That was really cool when it came down last year. Bro is not getting modded. Fire emoji. No way, Bakersfield sub. I don't know why I'm dispatching this myself. Let me just turn on auto. Because there's 2 whole trains on here. You've got the wrong name. Christopher Hume, you actually have the wrong name. Since my whole hiatus from YouTube, my name is now Anna. For those who don't know, I am transgender. This and that. It's a whole thing. If you're not gonna have any of that, simply don't. That's all I have to say. Okay, whoever you are, just spreading misinformation, not having any of that. Y'all actually got to watch me hide someone from the chat because for whatever reason, I was using OBS. I use OBS to set up the streams and everything. For some reason, it wouldn't let me set it to just stream the Run8 stream. It would let me view the full screen, but not Run8. So anything that happens outside of Run8, you guys are also going to get to see. Cool, good for you guys. Let's see. And Hinchcliffe, you said that you wish your Run8 worked. In what way does it not work? I've been playing Run8 for like a year or two, and I've had my fair share of experiences and errors with it. What precisely is it working? Sometimes sometimes it's if you didn't put in your license key, which is pretty important. When you downloaded Run8, it should have given you like a 12-digit number for which was your like installation license number, whatever they call it. I don't really know exactly what they call it. No, you are not going to become a moderator. One, because you're using the wrong name, and two, I don't know who you are. One, you're spreading misinformation. Three, you're using the wrong name. So, what part of that entails you becoming a moderator? Like, you're a little off. You're a little off. You know, for no reason. When you refer to some of the buttons, do you mean like the buttons over here onto the side when I click on the locomotive, such as like the engine run, auto start, or do you mean the buttons that are inside the cab? Or do you mean keyboard binds, such as like Control F11, which would get you into the cab, or Shift F12, which has you fly? Which buttons are you referring to are not working? Okay, so clicking on the engine and the keyboard binds. Once again, I'm going to refer back to the license menu. If you on your Run8, if you scroll your cursor up to the top, you'll see Sim options and then license menu, the second thing down. Does it show this with the green dot? Because that's essentially what allows the game to work. You should have entered in a little ID, which then Run8 will then register your computer's IP address, and then from then on, it'll have the game just work as intended. Otherwise, it does these little funny things, such as really not working or having these pirate sounds, making it essentially as if you pirated the game. That's kind of why the whole license menu thing exists, and why everyone has a specific transaction ID. That's what it's called, transaction ID. So as long as you've managed to input that, it should be working just fine. If you do not have yours, you can email the Run8 developers, and I believe you can ask for it. I've never had a time where someone didn't save it, so I'm not exactly sure. I know you can email them, and they might be able to give it to you. Don't take my word for that, though, because I've never experienced or heard of an experience where someone did not get their transaction ID. Aside from that, I can't imagine any other reason the keybinds wouldn't work. As long as you know all of them, they should be working just fine. Okay, so this is Lloyd 30 for tomorrow. I'm essentially done with Yermo for tonight. We're going to move over to Trona Railway momentarily. Bro, who is doxing himself in chat? Blood's got a full name and like almost half an address, basically. Okay, no, I'm done dispatching maybe so I'll turn on auto dispatch for that. Power's just going to loop back around. It's going to be 18 for tomorrow. Train Stream is asking what wrong name they were using. A wrong name to refer to me as that wrong name. Melinda Ramirez says E, and honestly, I have to 100% agree with that statement. E, the fifth letter of the alphabet. Solid letter, one of my favorites. Oh yeah, in case anyone's wondering what all of these cars are over here, these are all cars bound for Trona. Long story short, my computer took a big L recently. I got everything recovered and fixed, but I ended up like a week behind, and these are all the cars that have built up in the last week for Trona. Yeah, so that made me kind of hate existing. Turns out I can't type very well either. Yes, train stream. I understand whether or not you are the real train stream. I'm saying you were using the wrong name to refer to me. I'm not saying your name is incorrect. You were referring to me with the wrong name. That is what I am saying. Yeah, for those of you wondering about this power, this has been the power in Yermo for like a month or two by now. it all came in on a power move. It came in with a bunch of other units, and then I was like, well, I see the opportunity to create a really foamy consist, and I haven't managed to get a replacement consist since. Currently, these two are kind of my replacement set, but I have nowhere to send these yet. And I'm kind of stupid to just send a power move like that. So for now, this is kind of my... These were originally my yard units, but right now I need EMDs for my yard jobs, because GEs, for those who don't know, are kind of a pain in the ass to do yard operations with. So I have my Gevos on the turn job that goes to Europe, or that goes to Mojave, and then I have now the 3 aces in the yard, and 2 Jeeps that I brought down on the turn the other night. Which is a good thing too, because I just received one singular car. I got these 3 as well. Okay, everything is all done in gear mode. Let me align this Zos Z-Stow CHC across the entire Mojave sub. And we will move on down to Trona, where we've got quite a few things. Not a single train. No, there's one train that's been going northbound on the Mojave. That's not going to get here for like 6 hours though. I don't think I'll even be awake when that train gets here. Yeah, the Mojave sub was really dead today. There's been like 6 whole trains and 4 of them I sent out. Not the busiest day in the world, but that was honestly really nice, because normally it's really busy there. Train stream, if you're gonna leave, then leave. It makes genuinely 0 difference to me. I, first off, have no idea who you are, so I can't, and I'm not just going to be giving out moderators to anyone who raises their hand. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, then you're not mature enough to understand it. So, sure, call me the kid, I don't really care. Alright, here we are in Trona Railway. Okay, so Run8 does have Trona Railway locomotives. It's just the old SD45s they had, which were really nice. I really wish we still had them. But, unfortunately, not really unfortunately, because their current units are pretty based, but currently they have a bunch of ex-Union Pacific and ex-Southern Pacific locomotives. So what we did, instead of spawning like 7 or 8 of the Trona Railway units, I spent the time to just look at what all 8 locomotives they have, and then just renumber some UP or SP units to exactly what they are. As far as we're aware, this one does not lead for whatever reason, so we just put do not lead on 2002. Wait, I want to pick up these first. What am I doing? I remembered that Cody, so I don't know if you guys know who Cody is. Cody, Alviso Rail Photography, he's a good friend of mine. He runs the Trona mainline train for me. So that way I don't have to AI it, and he also just loves Trona Railway. So he has fun doing that, and I send LOP53, we do the interchange and stirls almost on a daily basis. We actually keep things running quite frequently here in Trona. And today, Cody accidentally left one car. That this car right that car at the very front, I don't know, you guys can't see my cursor, but this car right here, this one is a Trona car, not a West End car. So I accidentally left that there. I'm just going to go and pick it up at some point, just because it's an easy grab. But first, let me get some switching operations out of the way, because those are higher priority for me. And Hinchcliffe, you think we used to be friends on Discord? Give me your @ and I can confirm that. And I'm more than welcome to be friends on Discord again as well. And as I said earlier, I will make a community post for the Discord server for this server. And again, you do have to apply to become a member of the Plus server. You have to know your G-Core and your FRA rules. So, if you don't know those, we do have a public server, so it's not like you have to know it or you can't play at all. But the Plus server is just where we take things a lot more seriously. Yellow? What? He's a noodle slurper. Do these cars have air? Yes, they do. Okay, good. LT. Okay, I sent you a friend request on Discord. Riverside. What happened at Riverside? Oh, that happened. Oops, caps lock. Last time I did this operation, I only had 1 unit, and I had to shove all like 20 something cars up this. I was doing like 6 miles an hour. I almost stalled. That would be fun. What in the world is going on the... Why is the SDG flow aligned westbound? That train goes eastbound. Railfanning Xander says hello. Hello there, Railfanning Xander. Nice to see you tonight. Trona Railway, Mega Rare. Oh, Jesus, Brandon spam. Nothing out of the ordinary for Brandon to do something like that. Just spam his chat with W's or L's or whatever he finds fitting. Rebandon. Oh shit, I'm sorry. SD40 sounds. Do these have an air? Yes, they do. Perfect. Oh, I forgot this train came in with like a million of the blue hoppers. I've never seen a blue hopper like this before. Is it like something I'm missing? Am I just unlucky and I've just never managed to see one of those? Or is it just like they don't come out here to California ever? Yes, a Southern Pacific locomotive. It's very based. It's based off of TRC 2005. This is the closest model we have to it. Well, it's the exact model. It's an SD40 TDAC too, but it's the closest like paint. There's a little patch on the side, the speed logo. It has an RS3L in real life. I believe it does in game too. It's just not leading right now, so I'll test the horn in a minute if I ever have it. It'll lead at some point in time. Just not yet. Oh my gosh, no way, there's actually a UP train that spawned. Rare? yesterday there was about 1 million trains on the Mojave side, and almost every single one of them was eastbound. So it made my life pretty easy. I was just able to fleet the signals like I'm doing right now, and then just worry about my own operations. Not stopped really. Am I pulling up to the crossing? Yes, I am pulling up to the crossing. But I'm gonna stop before it, so we're chilling. Not too long ago, I went to Trona Railway in real life, and this scene I have right here, 2009, I saw this exact one leading, and this one, 2005. Both these units I saw leading, technically. Granted, 2005 was being shoved. It was a power move. It was a weird day, because when I was in Trona, we got there at like 10 a.m. 9:30 actually, it was 9:30. And when we got there, the units, all the locomotives were in Searles still from the night before. Apparently the crew ran out of hours and they had to leave the units up in Searles for the night. So what ended up happening was we got there, we went up there, got all our pictures of it, and then just waited for like an hour and a half for the crew to get there. They pushed the train back. They light powered it from the little siding spur, whatever you want to call it. That's west of the Trona railroad crossing, or not of the Trona, of the Searles railroad crossing, and then they brought it into Searles Yard and then picked up their train that they were supposed to bring down yesterday, or not yesterday, but the day before. And it was really cool because we chased them down all the way to Trona, and we saw them doing operations that normally occurs at night and no one gets photos of. So we got to get them going southbound in good lighting, which normally doesn't happen. We watched them pick up cars in Oxy and switch west end, which oh my gosh, it was brutal because it was like 95 degrees out and they were there for like almost 2 hours and we were just standing out there waiting, boiling alive. Granted, it's not the worst thing I've ever experienced by a long shot, but it did suck. Yeah, this is a 1.4% grade, so it always sucks to shove cars up this. Oh shit. Why did the ISILB get lined up at home? AI dispatch doesn't know where Long Beach is. I don't know, hopefully that goes to Dermo and I'll just flip it around. Done that once or twice by now. Josh is on. This West Coast actually works. Rare. That was really rough. Oh shit. And I commit a few FRA violations right there by riding a freight car onto another freight car. These do not have. Okay, I'm not even gonna worry about that. Shove back. I really just showed myself on stream, coupling up at 5 miles an hour. That's a little bit above the recommended of 3. These will be our next pickup, just 5 little tankers that are empty. Oh, this one doesn't have its... That's not this one. Oops. They all have non-flammable gas. I'm going to shove this back a little farther, because I'm going to couple up the other tank to this car, and I don't want it to be on a curve. No way, Alex is on. Very real. Yeah, Alex, I am actually somewhat back. this stream is just kind of like, yeah, I still exist. I have no idea when I'm actually going to be uploading another, like, regular video. It'll be this year? Because I have, like, 10, 20 plus videos in queue ready to upload. It's just I actually have to boot up the old computer and actually upload them. And that's a lot more of a pain than it sounds like. Because the computer is very, very, very slow. That's it. Like, it just runs very slowly. Doing anything, even booting up the computer itself takes like 15 minutes. And I just know for a fact exporting those files is going to take hours. Which, I mean, technically I could do it before I leave for work, and then it'll be uploaded by the time I come back from work. Yes, Alex, this is Trona. I'm currently working Trona Railway on Run8 right now. These are the Trona locomotives. Obviously not all of them, there's 5 more over here. This one back here is Cody's favorite. He simps over this unit. Way over here, is this the switch I'm gonna throw? What, Alex? Thumbs down emoji just because you got quote unquote Tronatized from your drive all the way to Trona Railway. It's not my fault you couldn't handle that. I didn't create the world and put Trona like 500 miles from here. Couldn't handle the one road that goes all the way there, like straight the whole way. Through nothing, except for like one town, and then Boron, and then nothing, and then you're in Searles suddenly. It's a very boring way to get to Trona, for those of you who have never done it. It's very... boring. Once you're in Trona, stuff's kind of cool, but the other problem is there's no Wi-Fi in Trona. I'm not sure if there used to be, but after some earthquakes that happened a few years ago around the 4th of July, Trona's been basically entirely abandoned. Which is unfortunate, because it seemed like a really, well, aside from the massive heat and, you know, being 150 miles from anything anywhere, it seems like a really neat place to live. But then I went there, and everything was all burnt down and destroyed, and just like, under the 2022 population census, the population in Trona was 87, and like basically all of them are like homeless people, and it's really sad. Because it used to be fairly thriving, but then those earthquakes really destroyed it. No way, Chris is in chat. Everyone say hi to Chris. Xander B Gaming. He's a real Chad. He's cool. Oh no, wait, there's my units down there. Oh my gosh, SP leader. Yeah, Trona. Overall, there's kind of nothing there. However, I do have to note this. In real life, this building is a restaurant called like Esparza's, I believe it was. And guys, when I say it was a really good restaurant. It was really good. I don't know how in the world they managed to keep it open, because there's not really any running clean water that goes to Trona, nor is there any Wi-Fi or barely any electricity at this point. I know they get exports, or they get imports of everything. So, like, because there's a gas station over here, there's like a little gift shop and everything. There's a bunch of cool stuff there. But how those businesses are still running is a little beyond me. But I'm really glad they are, because it shows what it shows that there's still kind of life in Trona, and it's not just this little huge factory in the middle of the desert, even though that is mostly what it is. Like, if you take a look at Trona, the actual like residential area would be from those houses over there. I don't know why they disappeared when I zoomed in. They'd be those houses over here to kind of just right over there, and then over there's where the gas station is, and then that building, that small building before the curve on the road is the restaurant, and then all this was just like power plant, or not power plants, but just potash plants, borax plants, whatever they carry in these tankers. I really have no idea. It's very industrial. It's what you would expect to be in the middle of nowhere. I mean, maybe if I unapplied the handbrakes and connected the air hoses, I would get somewhere without getting a hot box. Let me think. Get going. Alex, this question is personally for you. Would you ever drive back to Trona? If you don't answer in chat, then you're just bad. You have a skill issue. No way, Cody in chat, real. Oh, yeah, Cody. Respond in the chat to acknowledge that I am requesting your attention. If you do not, I'm not even gonna say anything. Cody is Alviso Rail Photography. You may notice him in chat. Okay, so yeah, Cody, you're still there. So with your Trona train today, you did awesome. You did great. I'd give you a solid 99.9 out of 10. The one thing you forgot was you left one of the SVBO cars back at West End again. You left one of the Trona 4X cars here. But fortunately, this time it's at the front. So I'm just going to go pick it up myself almost right now. So other than that, good job. You did good today. Cody's excuses for gore. In chat, GP60 said the return. Kind of. I still do not know when in the world I will upload like a regular Railfanning video. As I said previously, I do have like 20 of them kind of just ready to upload. It's just the computer I upload them on runs really slowly, and it'll be kind of a pain. But I recently, and by recently I mean literally today, I just got a new job, which will give me more free time to, kind of edit more videos and get new videos kind of uploaded on somewhat of a more consistent schedule. And my current plan is to just before I go into work occasionally just have a video uploading while I'm on my way to work. Because by the time I'm back from work, it should be uploaded. And then if anything happens, it'll be while I was at work. And I wasn't just sitting at the computer waiting for hours. Yeah, Cody, the NorCal video is not going to come for a long time because I like to upload my videos kind of in a more consistent order. So, in reality, what'll be next is... I don't remember. I don't remember at all. Yeah. So you're asking if I went to AMC. What is AMC? Remind me. So it's not an industry here in Trona. Cody, I don't know what the AMC is. Oh, yes. Yes, Cody, you are correct. That is where I have a new, that is currently where my new job is. I've never heard the term AMC. Oh, now I know what AMC means. yeah. Never mind. Just leave it. It wasn't an AMC movie theaters. It's a different movie theater. Cody, that's why I was confused because I don't have a position at an AMC movie theater. It's a different movie theater. Also, Cody, this train right here, the one with all the blue hoppers, this is gonna be your train tomorrow. You have 43 loads, 6 empties. You'll have the same power as you did today, but just reversed. So you have the UP lead going up, 2004 leading on the way back. We'll send 2009 over to West End to go pick up the one car. I am not going to drive it there myself. I'll just let AI do that. I'm right back over here. Move this power. Let's see if it's out of it. Oh, the red hopper in the yard is it's a BNSF hopper. I don't know why it looks so red. I guess it's intended to be like maybe the fresh brown BNSF has, but it is like a little red. Yeah. There's 2 of them, or there's more than 2 of them. There's like 10 of them in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Yeah, 10 of them. How many cars is this? That's 39. Okay, so that's what I'll connect that to. Cody, if you want, I can spawn in a tanker and then we'll deliver it to TRC because I don't want to just spawn it in Trona. Because that's so easy. But, we can. I just don't know why we would use the TRC tanker. Oh, maybe it would be for refueling. Wait, I'm gonna think about it. We should have a Trona railway refueling industry. That seems kind of necessary. I'll DM Chris about that one. Actually, Cody, I don't know if I'm going to have you take up this train or this train, or you know what, Cody? Tomorrow you can pick. You can take up either of these 3 trains, or even this one. So I'm going to get this one in there too. Actually, no, this one will be too long because that's 21 loads with 39. Actually, no, that'll be 56. Yeah, Cody, there'll be 4 trains here just ready to go. You can literally take up any of them. I'll let you pick tomorrow which train you want to take up. None of which will require more than 5 locomotives. I am not going to stop in time. Or maybe I will. Oh my god, just barely. Let's cut off those tankers. Oh my gosh. Someone in chat said that they're playing Trains New Era while watching this. Gosh, I haven't played Train Z in so long. Let alone Train Z a new era. I haven't played Tane in years because the last Train Z game I had was TRS 2019. So yeah, it's been a minute since I played Tane. Probably since, oh gosh, maybe my freshman year in high school, if not earlier than that. No, maybe my freshman year in high school. Because I believe it was that winter when I got my rail driver, and with that, I got TRS 2019. I actually still have TRS 2019 on my current computer. I play it every now and then, but never for a long period of time. I just can't get into it the way I used to. Because Run8 is a bit more immersive with a number of things. The only thing that Train Z does have is like the ability to import custom locomotives, build your own routes. Reskinning is a bit easier, but Run8 just kind of does the trick more for me when it comes to operating, because I can isolate this locomotive and it will operate with the other units now, or in the next set of, so I can essentially have it as a dead in tow. Let me put that back on because I kind of need that thing. I can apply handbrakes. The braking system works a lot better in this game than it does in Train Z. You actually have the connections between air hoses, the angle cocks, everything like that. You have to actually do manually, or if you don't want to do it manually, you can just cheat it and press F7. Yeah, Run8 does eventually need to implement a steam locomotive. If they do anything, they need to do 3751, because we literally have the whole LA basin. 3751 is the most LA locomotive it gets. If they do it, I really hope it'd be 3751. That'd be such a good locomotive to run. I also, in fact, have made technically a custom whistle for 3751. I did it for shits and giggles, because why not? I'll demonstrate it after I couple up these two trains. It's actually pretty good. I haven't made a bell for it yet. I need to make a bell, which I have plenty of audio of. This one's 20. First. I did a really good job with making the whistle. It's just there's no locomotive that works for, because there's no steam engines. It's also really loud. But so is K3LA20, so. How would I run 3751 in this? Well, eventually, when Run8 had the Surfliner routes, probably the most I would do with it is an excursion. That's really about it. There's not much more I would even want to do with it. I'd honestly probably just do what they do with it in real life. Just keep it in LA, and then knowing the server, whenever they moved it somewhere for like an event, we would move it too. So like, if we had 3751 currently, we'd just keep it at the turntable in LA, which actually functions in Run8, which is pretty cool. And then in September, when they put it in Union Station for a few days, we on Run8 would probably put it into Union Station as well. Probably. Union Station is highly inaccurate on Run8. It's like 5 tracks. So there's not really any room for it anywhere. Should I just have him run this train? I'll probably do that. I need to get this one out of here. How many cars is this carrying? 53? Okay. Oh, yes. 3751 leading the Q lat LPC. Dude, if it led the train out of sitcom, that'd be so based. Maybe one day, for shits and giggles, I would put ATSF 3751 on the B lat. Because in real life, BNSF 3751 runs that train all the freaking time. But if we made it the actual ATSF steam locomotive, that'd be pretty funny. The only thing that would suck about it is I would either need another unit facing the other way, which would likely be a GEVO, or I'd have to long hood a steam locomotive all the way back to LA from like Fullerton or something, which would suck. I already hate long hooding to begin with. Like, I avoid any possibility of long hooding most of the time. I long hooded recently though. Didn't like it. Didn't. Oh my gosh, the units made it really far. Seeing 3751 pulling a freight train would be really legit. However, I wouldn't want it to pull a container train if I see it pulling a train. I want to see it pulling a manifest. Like, if it can get like, if they can put it on like the Vern bar or something, or the Watt bar. That they put it on the bar SCG. Because that would be a good train to put it on. It would make for a hell of a photo, too. Even if they put it on, like, a short one, it would make a hell of a photo. Actually, they would not put it on the Fern bar, because that has to do with pickup in La Mirada. Doing that with a steam engine would suck. much longer do these cars have left? 3 hours. You don't like cars too much? You would hate what I did the other day. I was driving down to Oceanside to see one of my friends, and I was stuck in almost 2 hours of traffic. It took me 2 hours to go 20 miles. And the whole time I was just like, the whole time I was thinking just that really could not be the best we can do when it comes to our infrastructure of overall transportation. However, just today, finally, the tracks have reopened through here in San Clemente, because, you know, they closed for the 3rd time recently in the last year. Because of some stupid landslides at Casa Romantica, and they set up a retaining wall, which is kind of nifty, but I don't think it'll really fix the issue. It's not going to stop a landslide from happening. I mean, I guess technically it's not supposed to, it's just to stop it from landing on the tracks. This car there, perfect. Oh. Cody, I don't know if you're still in chat, but you definitely did not intend to leave this car here, because the handbrakes weren't even on this car. You just uncoupled the wrong car. Leader, rare. And AI screwed itself in the middle. You're wondering where the Kodachrome is at? We got it right here in our shops. Here's our Kodachrome. I couldn't not add this. Unfortunately, it doesn't work in real life, so as of right now. So I have it set as a do not touch unit. So it kind of just sits there until I get word that they actually use it again. If and when that happens, well, more like if that happens. I'm not sure if it will, but if it happens, we'll put it on the mainline trains and we'll use it however they use it in real life. I do that every once in a while. I go to press F12, but I'm actually hitting the controller shift button and it just teleports me back to the damn train. Okay, as soon as we're done with this operation, we're going to head into Mojave. And once we have Mojave prepared for tomorrow, I'm all done for the night. Actually, no, I got one last other thing to do. Almost forgot. Actually, I'll do that tomorrow. Okay, there's no rush. There's no rush on this part. I don't have 1,000,000 FPS, but in Trona, I do get a solid 120 to 130 frames per second. I don't know if I don't think the stream is rendering 100. The stream is probably rendering 60. But in Trona, I do get a solid 110 to 130. It depends on how many freight cars I'm facing. If I'm facing away from a million freight cars, it goes closer to 130. But if I'm facing towards all the freight cars, and if I even go to the freight cars, it jumps down to like 110. But cannot complain. The only places I actually get lower frames per second, like the lowest it gets to is like 50, and that's in Barstow occasionally, and it's extremely full. It's normally not extremely full though, because Chris keeps himself on top of everything. And we've also lowered the amount of trains that go into Barstow. Oh, these cars don't have their placards. What is it with these cars not having placards? Do I have these in this need to refuel? No. Okay. What about any of these? Ooh. Yes. No. Okay. So these SD40s really need a refuel. After tomorrow's run, I'll have Cody send them into the shops. Yeah, those units desperately need a refuel. Why am I going so slow? How long is the aisle PLC? It's 5,000 feet? It's in like 4 blocks? Okay. no way, there's 5 people in chat. Rare. Oh my gosh, an OG is in chat. Bill Salas. I don't know if I pronounced your name correctly. If I pronounce it incorrectly, spell it phonetically in chat. But you are one of my OGs. How are you doing? Man, it's been so long. I'm delivering the loaded grains. Dude, I could go for some midnight snacks right now, honestly. I'm picking up those 3 over there as well. And then they're gonna go to this industry behind the Trona unit. move. No way, 6 people in chat. Prayer. Yes, the ILTLC is happening. I'll go over to it as soon as I finish dropping off these cars. Actually, we'll see it when I go to Mojave. We're gonna work Mojave momentarily. It'll pass us probably. I'll stop and see it before I go to Mojave because those get to Mojave in like 2 hours. here's the ILTLC. It has, pretend it's an AC 4400, but it has a dash 9 on 4 and 3 those. Over to Mojave, set up LP 53 for tomorrow. These are the cars for LP 91, which never ran today. Maybe it'll run tomorrow, who knows. Hello there, GS Railfanning in the chat. Oh yeah, NSA 102 went to Fullerton today. I almost went to see it, but I didn't want to get home super late today. I also had to prepare for a job interview today. I'll see 8102 go out probably. Was the crew on the train good for 8102 today? Oh my god, I have 1.2. Oh boy. He's going. Oh, um, if you don't mind me asking why. Peyton? There's no need for any of that. Peyton, if you don't mind me asking what all that was about. Um, None of that seems necessary considering the chats. Therefore, you also promptly removed as a moderator because all that was unnecessary. I don't know how. I don't remember when or why you were given moderator, but clearly you must have been. So you earned it somehow, but all that was unnecessary, so it was promptly removed. For those of you wondering how, when, and why y'all were hidden on the channel, I'm currently unhiding this. That's why the screen is black at the moment. Because all that was unnecessary. Oh, got everything back in order. If anyone has commented or said anything in the last like 5 minutes, I did not see it because for whatever reason you were hidden. I have fixed the issue though, and everything is back in order. train is about to pass us. It's passing the defect detector, I don't know, 2-3 miles away. We won't turn on AI dispatch since I am not doing any operations on the moon. Welcome back, Melinda Ramirez. Glad to have you here. I have just basically finished setting up Mojave for tomorrow. Trona I have ready for tomorrow, and Yermo I have ready for tomorrow. That's all I really need to do tonight. I'll see if there's something else I can scramble up in a little bit. How Portland cement plant is ready to go. We'll look at that Colton on the Z3 past this. This is Colton H2-9. Yes, it is. Ignore that completely terrible couple. Let's see, let me check the Discord log to see when I set that train. 15:10. Okay, so the car should be ready in about 10 minutes. It's 15 to 23. Yeah, about 10 minutes. The car will be ready. how long. Just a shit ton of course, though. RF cars. Oh shit. You aware. What? Blood, the crossing's back here. You kind of, like, missed. The AI completely missed the crossing. The UP train is longer and it doesn't have EPUs. Bravo. Oh. ZSP on a fake mark here. Oh, there's two fake marks actually. Rare. This unit that we keep here for no reason. tomorrow's LP51 is going to be really easy. Just go up to Monolith, then to Tehachapi, then come back here, go to this industry, pick up, drop off, come back. Easy. Check out the sleigh bar. Yes, MP's at the front. Weight distribution. There's two Rikichi in Fresno right now. Shaving a haircut? I got that on stream. What? Yo, based AI crew? What? Hang on. I mean, it wasn't a good shaving haircut, but, kind of sounded like one. What the hell? Let's live it again. Nope. Yeah, I have no idea. Weird. Some AI crew. What's this? What is going on here? Whole bunch of H1s. And a lot of fake ones. Why is there so much power here in Fresno? This may or may not be realistic out there every time in Fresno. Bro, like this entire train is for Bakersfield. There's like 2 Fresno cars on the whole train. Dude, what's the point? That's like Dude, that's all. That's entirely Bakersfield. It's up like 4 cars. Why are these cars so scattered like this? It's so weird. It's funky. Our cars ready yet? No. Huh. Grainers. We have a giant grain facility over here. Where's Emma? Oh, it's over here. Why does it have 2 of them? Can they work conjoined like that? I don't think there's MU cables, are there? Well I guess there is. I don't think that's how it works in real life, but okay, cool. Come on, coal cars. Oh, foamy set of power. Or speedy bell. A whole bunch of H1s over here. Let's see, maybe we can explore Barstow until these darn coal cars are ready. Yeah, let's see what's happening in Barstow. Or Bakersfield. Because that takes a lot less to load. Oh, there's a Fresno granary. I don't know, these cars sitting out. They're fouling the switches. Where are the switches? The switches are gone. Did they get left on the Lone Star branch? Because I know it was being ran earlier. Oh no, it's over here. Blood just left it here. Hello, Hunter John from 2001. It has been a while. I'm doing good. How are you doing lately? Yes, the stream is still going. It's going to be going till about midnight. Until, I'm going to send out the the CMJSK as soon as these cars finish getting ready. And then it's done. I'm done for the night. Kind of just stalling, finding something to just look at until these darn coal cars get ready, because I have everything set for tomorrow already. Yeah, let's take a look at Barstow. Who cares if it'll drop my frame rate to hell? To hell, maybe 70, 60, 50. We've had this ballast train sitting here for like half a year. We've had this one sitting here for about a week. We have this one sitting here currently because if we don't have something there, AI dispatch will just line all trains basically up to Mojave, and that's unrealistic. Here's the Barstow trim power. I was just asking chat if I've been railfanning lately. I have been. I just haven't been uploading, but I have been railfanning a lot actually. A lot of Barstow automax. Oh, and then there's a singular Mojave car here. Jesus, Barstow has been filled to the max here. For the Barvern. Let's see, what train is headed out of Yerma right now? Let me guess, CDBLB. Ah, yes, yeah. I had a 50-50. Oh, these cars are ready. And so is that. Yeah, that gives me something to do for a second. Where are you going to Railfanning tomorrow morning? Hunter Johnson, 2001. Chat. Will it be anywhere nifty? Elk Grove. That's near the Roseville area, if I'm not mistaken. I might be completely wrong. If I'm completely wrong, just tell me. Isaiah's trains. You've been out on the Sunset route a lot more than I have. What would you say is the best day to go out there to see trains? Because I've been intending to go out there and shoot some trains, especially in the San Simonio Canyon area. I've been needing to get out there. I've been there a few times, but I want to spend like a full day there. One of these days, see what like all the trains and everything. Oh, good. It's not far from the Roseville area. I'm still fairly sharp on my geography. the stars each can hurry up. Get out of here. Sea train. Hunter Johnson 2001. If I'm ever up in the Roseville area, I'll be sure to let you know. Not too long ago, I did pass through Roseville on the California Zephyr. So I have been up to the area. I've seen it. Riding through Donner Pass was absolutely beautiful. I 100% recommend a trip on the Zephyr if you ever get a chance to. And Isaiah, you said that Tuesdays through Thursdays are usually the best days. I'm holding you to that. I'm joking. I'm not going to care that much. But if I'm ever out there, I'll let you know too. See some of the cool stuff. I know a few spots in San Antonio, but I definitely do not know all of them. Yeah, as I've heard the Sunset Route can be a huge hit or miss. It's either extremely busy or dead. I've gone there for one time when it was like literally a train every 5-10 minutes, and I've also gone there where I got 2 trains in 6 hours. It's astonishing how it can be like that up there. And Hunter Johnson, you said you took a trip to Reno way back a while ago. Reno was cool. I kind of like how it was in a trench. It's kind of like, in that sense, it was kind of like Solana Beach. I remember when my train was arriving into Reno, we were racing some auto rack. I believe the AMICH. I cannot confirm that though. However, I did on Donner Pass, I did something that they don't want me to do. I stuck my head out the window of the Superliner door, and because you can open the windows on there pretty easily, and I was taking photos of our train. And at one point, I managed to get a freight train passing our train in the opposite direction, and the photo turned out amazing. It was super cool. I haven't posted it anywhere yet, like on Instagram, nowhere yet. But I do plan to post it at some point. Because I rode through in May, and Donner Pass was still covered in snow. And we passed that other train near Donner at the summit. So it was covered in snow, and it looked so cool. I was freezing though because it was like 10 degrees outside. But it was really cool. I really would love to do another trip like that again. How are these full cars not ready yet? Okay, so yeah, we were racing Amish. I know the train I saw going the other way was the AROMI, the Aromi. I got that confirmed by someone I know on Union Pacific. However, the only reason I was unsure if the other train was the Amich was because I did not get a locomotive number. One time, on the note of the AMICH, one time I saw that train go through Barstow in real life. And right here in Yermo, where I'm in Run8, it went this way. It was during the time in when Donner Pass was like snow covered in like feet of snow, and the snowplow train actually derailed. It was during that time they rerouted the Amich down here like 3 or 4 times. It was interesting. Granted, I never saw the train in person. I only saw it on the rail cams. But it was still interesting. Because normally the only auto racks we get down here are the ones to and from Miraloma. Occasionally we get an ANLMI, but I've only seen that train once. Coal cars are ready. This is going to be a massive coal train. Fortunately, it's all empties. There's 2 engines are going to take it on by themselves. Wait, Isaiah, the SD70M with the K5LA on it is leaving southbound? I didn't know that. I'm probably going to make my way up there to see that. That's really nifty. I knew the one with the K3HL was leading north, but the one with the K5LA actually has my attention. That's cool. You see, I would make a shave and a haircut compilation. The only issue is by now, it would be hours long of footage. I've gotten quite a few shave and a haircuts over the years. Because on the surf line, it's quite the common thing. Like, almost on a daily basis. I could make parts for it. I'd have to see. I'd have to scroll through a lot of videos too. Like, a lot of videos. Oh, I have over 700 on this channel. I think we're actually approaching 800. Yeah, we have 773 videos on this channel. Gosh, that's crazy. I love how technically, since I've started uploading videos regularly, that still averages at 100 plus videos a year, even though for like the last 2 years I've barely uploaded. That just shows how much I uploaded before, which is insane to me. Alright, sleep well. Have fun Railfanning tomorrow. I'm Tim Johnson 2001. Oh my gosh. I'm pushing like 80 cars right now. Or no, this is 63 cars. This is 20. It's very rare that I run an operation with my locomotives sandwiched. I never do this. Sleep well, Isaiah Springs. Have fun Railfanning tomorrow in Palm Springs. The stream will end right about midnight, because I'm going to be going to bed myself. So don't worry, this isn't going to be an all-night stream. I'm not that crazy. The other night I was, though. The other night I did operations till 7 in the morning, but I don't have it in me tonight to go all night. No, I don't even want to say that, because then there's the chance that I will. I'm gonna go to bed at like midnight. As soon as I send out this toll train. If, in case you're in a different time zone than me, midnight is in 20 minutes. I have the little clock over here on the top left for running. I have it set to the inverse time that it is in real life. So it's 11:42 a.m. in Run8. It's 11:42 p.m. in real life, where I'm at. So, in case that helps with any confusion on what time it is. I pretty much always do that because I do not like doing operations at night. You can't see shit. This is probably the largest coal train I've ever sent out of Mojave yet. This one's really only 4,000 feet. Do a flip? I don't think I can do a flip in an isolated cap SD70 ACE. I can do that. That's about it. Yeah, Bert, you might recognize this area. This is the Cal Portland plant up the Oak Creek branch in Mojave. I'm probably doing shit completely wrong because I have no idea what goes on up here. But I've got a coal train coming out of here right now. Some individual was spamming just now. Fortunately, the messages were automatically hidden. I swear somewhere there was a little grade crossing. Is it down here? Oh, yeah, it's down here. I love using gravity to my advantage. This train's gonna stop and then roll down into the train. Or it's just not gonna roll down. Oh my gosh. You're joking. I did all that just for it to not roll down. I even did it. I even kicked the cars all cool and shit. God. Stupid cars. Deciding to defy the laws of gravity on a 1% grade and not roll down. Making me have to reverse kick him. case anyone is wondering what a reverse kit is, I don't know if that's even the correct terminology. You will see what that is in just a moment. This definitely illegal maneuver right here. FRA says you can't kick more than 3 cars at once. FRA can try about it. I'm kicking 8 cars at once. Uh-oh. The train is starting to roll. There we go. Fixed it. This train is going to be like 120 cars on the parking. Or, no, not 120. It should be 103 if I'm not mistaken. Sleep well, Melinda Ramirez. Don't know if you're going Railfanning or anything tomorrow, but whatever you do tomorrow, have fun. God, the FRA would kill me if I did this in real life. $103 entries, 5577 feet. Voila. That's all I needed to do tonight. Alright. Stream's basically over. I'll send this power back down tomorrow morning. For those of you who watched, and for like the one or two of you that are still here, thanks for being here. I'll see y'all later. I might do another stream tomorrow because I don't have anything happening tomorrow. I'm probably just gonna be on Run8. So we'll see. Have a good night, everyone.